So in this video, we're going to talk about one main enemy to every live pitch, and that's pitch fatigue. The last thing you want is to look out in a room and see someone doing this when they should be listening to your pitch. Now, how do you avoid pitch fatigue? By pacing your pitch. The pacing of your materials is dictated by everything from your images to videos to even how much text is on a screen. If you have a simple title, that's going to cause a reader to stop and pause and think for a moment. If you have multiple points that you're making on a slide, the viewer is going to be racing to keep up and understand what you're saying. Now, having information on a slide isn't a bad thing. You just have to understand that if you pack every slide with the same amount of information, you've lost any pacing. Now, where it gets a little more nuanced is how you use those elements to arrive at a key point you're trying to get across. So if you identify in the early stages what your biggest key takeaways are, whether that's your competitive advantage, your actual product offering, or the problem that your business is built to solve, if those key points are valuable to you, then you have to make sure your materials are paced in a way that when you arrive at those points, you can have the maximum impact possible. What you don't want to have happen is have that key point be glazed over because your materials stayed at a straight, even pace. Think about it this way. If you watched an action movie front to back with nothing but action, you would be exhausted and you'd be fatigued at watching action. Alternatively, if you watched a slow-paced movie that just continued at a very slow pace, you would be fatigued. Same thing happens with pitches. You need to have peaks and valleys to your pitch. So by utilizing your elements wisely, videos, pictures, text, iconography, you set the pace of your pitch. Thanks for watching, and may the pitch be with you.